new video out of Santa Ana, California shows a man going on a violent tirade inside a 7-Eleven. Boy, oh boy, here you can see the man knocking over merchandise on the counter, sending bananas flying. He then returned a short time later with a baseball bat and started smashing out all the store's windows. Well, the manager says this all started when the guy wanted to buy some beer and the clerk told him it was too late.
Look at this video we found out of Australia. Many of us would call this one of our worst fears coming to life.
Whoa.
Oh, a family finds a 5-foot-long python on top of their refrigerator. This video shows the professional snake guy coming in to remove it. Yeah, that's a job I'd happily give someone else. Oh, it just is long. It just keeps going.
I'll give you the chills
creepers.
at 6 o'clock on Wednesday morning. All right, well, new this morning, a joyride caught on camera by the car's owner.
The woman actually confronted her mechanic as he was driving her car to a fast food restaurant. ABC's Nick Watt picks it up from there.
You're telling me that you're test driving the car. No, why are you test driving my car? You're getting food at Tommy's.
Busted. Maria Grando Carino dropped her beloved limited edition Indy 500 pace car Camaro at a dealership for a little TLC. Hours later, she spots it at a fast food drive-thru and starts filming.
I took my car to the dealership so you could change the oil and change the air conditioner. Why are you driving my car to get food?
Let's pause the tape. He sure looks sheepish.
Why are you doing this?
You're getting nervous.
Well, why are you nervous? You're not supposed to be getting food. What are you doing? Why are you going in reverse?
And she is justifiably a little mad.
I'm trusting the dealership that they're going to fix my car, that my car is going to be safe, that nobody's going to take it for a joyride and to go get burgers.
The owner of the Montebello Chevrolet dealership posted this apology on Facebook.
This is something we absolutely do not condone. It is completely against our company policy. And we are conducting a thorough investigation on the technician to make sure that this does not happen again. My apologies on his behalf and on behalf of the dealership.
We have seen something like this before. Back in April,
this is going to be fun.
An Audi owner shocked to find this video on his dash cam after picking his car up. The car's owner posting this video right on the Palo Alto dealership's website. They apologized and said action had already been taken. This technician's boss says he will be reprimanded once a full investigation is complete.
Now on Good Morning Las Vegas.
Right now at 6 o'clock, two situations unfolding while you were sleeping. Hurricane Irma making landfall and a Delta plane's engine catches fire after leaving the Karen.
And new this morning, a Valley woman is on a mission right now to find the owner of this American flag.
The one clue that could help her find the family it belongs to. We're going to get to all of your headlines in just a moment, but first, a bit of a change in the weather.
Yeah, a little drop in temperatures on our way.
Yeah, we are looking at, get this, highs in the low 90s. A couple days from now. Until then, we remain in the triple digits, at least for a few hours this afternoon. Had a couple of storms yesterday evening on the south side of the valley, and there's another small storm chance in the forecast later today. Our big weather story, the heat goes on 102. The forecast in Las Vegas this afternoon, that'll end up being 5 degrees less hot than yesterday, but you know what? Temperatures around 102 for a couple hours this afternoon. That is above average for September the 6th. 86 degrees right now at McCarran. We're up to 89 by 9 in the morning, and then we'll touch those triple digits during the early afternoon with the high around 102. Do you see anything on Desert Doppler? I'm watching a couple small showers on the north side of the valley. I'll time out when showers could pop up and sneak back into Las Vegas, Yasmin, in a moment.
All right, thank you, Justin. We have live drive heading to a new crash being reported by Metro right near Maryland Parkway and Sahara, but we are stopped at a stoplight and we have a great view of the sunrise this morning. Listen, this is the only crash we have. Your morning commute looks great. Lots of green on the map, but that one crash again, as of right now, maybe a little bit of a slowdown on Maryland Parkway and only in the southbound direction. Here's a live look. You can see tow truck on the scene and Metro is out here. As of right now, I don't think you need to avoid it. If you're hopping on the highway this morning, top speeds all over the valley.
All right, thanks so much, Yasmin. Breaking overnight, a Delta flight turns around right after taking off because one of its engines actually caught fire. Well, Parker Collins is live at McCarran this morning. He's been talking with passengers. What happened, Parker?
Dana, several of those passengers I've been speaking to say they spent the night inside the airport over here hoping to catch a flight to New York as a replacement for this one. But we have the radio communication that was going off as this fire started.
Delta 1057 declaring an emergency. We're going to be returning for a landing. They have a fire.
People on that plane were pretty scared. They were saying it was very tense. The crew, they say, was pretty calm, but the people who were flying just didn't know what was going on at first. But we have confirmed that one of the engines caught fire, put up a lot of smoke. And when our cameras were over here, though, we saw this plane on the runway. It headed toward the tarmac and the taxi, and in fact a gate over here, and as it was doing that, a fire truck was going and following it, and it was surrounding it, making sure everything was okay. Now, we haven't heard of any injuries in this case, and this was originally headed to New York. It wasn't in the air for even half an hour before it had to turn around. Coming up a little later in the newscast, you'll see the flight path that it took and how far it made it before it had to turn around. Reporting live, Parker Collins, 13 Action News.
Well, breaking overnight, Hurricane Irma made its first landfall in Barbuda as a Category 5 storm. It's also hit the island of St. Martin, and it has been hit bad. Want to take some live pictures now. We've got Puerto Rico here where you can see it looks like a resort on the beach. Surf coming up. Doesn't look so great, but I wanted to show you how it looks actually in Florida. Looking really peaceful there right now, so a big difference there. We do have some video, though, in just from moments ago from St. Martin, and they were pounded, showing what it looked like there when the storm hit. We're seeing lots of pictures and video from there this morning. Forecasters say that Irma is barreling toward Puerto Rico, that camera that I showed you earlier, and it's going to make landfall there this afternoon. People there are covering windows with boards, stocking up on things like water, bread, and ice.
You know, it's hard to be ready, but we certainly are prepared. Our main focus these last 24 hours have been making sure that people are safe, that they're in their homes or in shelters should their infrastructure be weak.
Well, President Trump declared a state of emergency for Florida, Puerto Rico, and the U.S. Virgin Islands. Irma is forecast to hit parts of the Bahamas and Cuba later this week. The chances of Irma targeting parts of Florida keep going up. Actually, just saw the governor send out a tweet saying all the tolls are free now. He just wants people to get out of the areas and get to those evacuation areas more up north.
Oh, Dana, it does not look good. Okay, thanks for the update. Now to video you'll only see on 13 Action News. That is a kidnapping suspect being taken away by police. This comes after a 5-day, 3-state manhunt for 52-year-old Joseph Hetzel. He's accused of kidnapping 55-year-old Virginia Paris. She was found Monday night when Hetzel dropped her off at the Railroad Pass Hotel and Casino. About 24 hours later, police learned he was gambling at a Dottie's near St. Rose Parkway and Las Vegas Boulevard. We spoke to a witness who watched police make the arrest.
Came up behind him, and all of a sudden I was playing the machine. I looked up and I heard, "Police, get on the ground, get on the ground." They grabbed him by his shirt, which they ripped his shirt, but they threw him on the ground, ended up arresting him.
This isn't Hetzel's first run-in with the law. He's an ex-con with a violent criminal history. One of his prior convictions includes making terrorist threats with explosive devices.
Well, this morning there are a lot of questions surrounding the future of DACA. Hours after the Trump administration announced his plan to end the program, the president then sent out a tweet. The president says that he looks forward to working with both parties to address immigration reform in a way that puts, quote, hardworking citizens of our country first. But he also said Congress has 6 months to legalize DACA, and if they can't, Trump says he will revisit the issue. The DACA announcement prompted protests across the country. About 800,000 immigrants who came here as children are now fearing deportation. And former President Barack Obama took to Facebook to comment on the decision, saying in part, to target these young people is wrong because they have done nothing wrong.
New this morning, a Valley woman is hoping the power of social media can help reunite what appears to be a burial flag with the family it belongs to.
Yeah, and right now Marissa Kinnison is live near Buffalo and Alta with the story of the woman who found that flag. Marissa.
Yeah, Todd, that woman was taking a walk through this park when she noticed a moving box lying on the ground. All it said was Grandpa's flag. Well, that was actually about 2 years ago. She asked around the neighborhood, but nobody knew who it belonged to. She recently came across the flag again while doing some fall cleaning, so she decided to share a picture of it on social media, hoping to get the word out. The dimensions of the flag and its material match what would traditionally be used to drape over a casket. She said she also found it in a triangle display case. And since the flag could have been used to honor this grandfather's service, she wanted to make sure the family got it back.
Not only is it the flag, but it's also someone's family member that was given to them probably for a very special reason.
Now, there are a couple markings on the flag that could help the family identify it. I'll tell you what, those are coming up later in the newscast. Marissa Keniston, 13 Action News.
Yeah, it's really sweet of that woman to hold on to that flag to try and make sure the rightful owner can find it again.
Yeah, it really is. It's 6:07 this morning. More progress on the Raiders Stadium. We can't wait to see dirt moved. We're going to tell you what big decision could come in a matter of hours that will hopefully make that happen.
Yeah, hopefully. All right, now take a look at this here. Flames ripped through a Valley home, trapping a little girl inside. But this morning, the heroes who saved her are being honored.
And later, two men don't think twice when they run into this burning building trying to save people trapped inside, but something made them run out for their lives.
Any showers this morning are going to be drifting to the north of the valley, so a dry drive into work and school. Looks like after lunchtime, one or two stray storms will pop up from our south, drift our way. I'll let you know when rain is likely, and I've got a change possible in the path of Irma. That's next.
Today, the county could sign off on plans that would clear the way for crews to finally start work on the Raiders Stadium.
Yeah, because yesterday the new arena cleared a major hurdle because the FAA signed off saying that the stadium will not have an impact on air traffic. Now, if the county zoning commission gives the okay, crews could start pulling permits for utilities and also foundation work for the new 65,000-seat stadium. Now, after the Raiders' first NFL season here in Vegas, a follow-up meeting will be held with the Stadium Authority to address any issues that might come up, like parking, pedestrian safety, and overall security.
In just a few hours, several firefighters will be honored by the Las Vegas City Council for their life-saving efforts.
Yeah, you might remember this fire right here. On July 22nd, Engine 47's team, they were able to rescue a little girl who was trapped inside a house that caught on fire. Well, that girl was unresponsive when they found her, but she made a fantastic recovery, all thanks to the heroic efforts of our firefighters.
6:11 this morning, Nevada is making another list, and this time it's not a bad one. See how we rank when it comes to our waistline.
And we have to tell you about a possible medical breakthrough, a drug that targets the root cause of diabetes, cancers, and heart disease. Dana.
Overnight, the threat of Hurricane Irma got bigger for Florida. How the state is helping locals and tourists stay safe. Well, this morning, Hurricane Irma has the entire state of Florida on notice. Live picture this morning of the Virgin Islands. You can see the waves starting to kick up a little bit. We showed you earlier St. Martin got hit just within probably the last hour. The Category 5 storm has already hit parts of the Caribbean islands, like we mentioned now. So Florida residents are obviously preparing for the worst, clearing out store shelves and scrambling to board up some of their homes. Officials in the Florida Keys are expected to announce mandatory evacuation orders for visitors beginning today and orders for residents tomorrow.
People are scared right now after they see what happened in Texas. They're just, they're afraid something's bad is going to happen. So, they better be prepared to not.
That's for sure. The state's governor has declared a state of emergency there. He actually sent out a bunch of tweets this morning, Justin, saying that the hospitals and the Keys will begin to evacuate today. Talked about the tolls will be free so people can get out in time. And then also he did talk about different numbers and stuff that people can go to get alerts and help because he wants everyone to move north.
Yeah, and we've still got a few days talking about Florida where evacuation is the best possible idea. Dana, something I think you're going to hear about today, perhaps some tweaks to the forecast path of Irma. This is headed toward Puerto Rico, going to pass just on the north side of Puerto Rico later today, and then it's going to head north. This is Haiti, the Dominican Republic, moving right between Cuba and the Bahamas, taking it. This is the official National Hurricane Center forecast path up toward Key West, the south tip of Florida. This would be late Saturday night or early Sunday morning. So something I'm going to show you now, kind of a behind the scenes look. Some of the latest computer model guidance is actually dragging Irma farther to the north before it can head toward Key West. So this is not set in stone. These hurricane forecasts do change day to day and get more reliable the closer to the event that we are. So we may see a reflection in the forecast path showing maybe South Carolina, maybe Georgia's coast could also be impacted by this storm. All right, that was plenty about Irma. Let me get you up to speed on your Wednesday weather. There are a few sprinkles passing to our north this morning. It'll be a dry morning commute here in the valley. Look for more showers. They'll be very, very spotty, but possible lifting from south to north during the afternoon. It's a small storm chance this afternoon, but I can't rule it out. Temperature-wise, 86 right now. I'm looking for a high of 102 at 3 o'clock this afternoon. More clouds than sunshine, but 102, that's hot. That's 5 degrees less hot than yesterday. We've got a bigger cool down, quote unquote, coming later this week. Friday 94, Saturday 91. Yasmin, it looks like Friday we'll have isolated storms, and Saturday rain is a pretty good possibility.
All right, thank you, Justin. Right now, we only have one crash to warn you about on your morning commute, and it's being reported right near Sahara and Maryland Parkway. Live Drive just getting out here. The good news is everything is off of the road now into this parking lot. You can see the tow truck is out here, and here's the view from the road. So nothing is being blocked off. Your morning commute looks great. That was the only crash that we had for you. Even if you're hopping on the highway, you're looking at 65 miles an hour all over the valley.
All right, Yasmin, thank you. Some new video this morning out of Connecticut shows the moment that two men rushed into a burning building to save their neighbors. Take a look here. The men, they work at a bike shop nearby. They were alerted by a neighbor that an apartment complex was on fire. So with a fire extinguisher in hand and without hesitation, they rushed in.
Went to the top of the stairs. There was nothing but smoke, and we couldn't see anything.
A boom went off in the room. I said, dude, we got to go.
Yeah, that is just a crazy video right there. Now, they barely escaped that explosion. Cell phone video, as you see there, captured the moment that they were blown out the door. Well, in the end, they were taken away on stretchers, but the good news is that they suffered only minimal injuries.
From Contact 13, a chain of dollar stores is trying something new to stop thieves from walking off with their shopping carts. Managers at 99 cents only say a buckle device was put on every cart about a week ago. Shoppers need to put in a quarter to release the cart from the line. Then, when they return and reattach the buckle, the quarter pops out. Many people at the Nellis and Charleston location were confused, but once the system was explained, most of them thought it was a good idea.
Just push it in this one.
Look, people, it's just easy.
Okay, I got my quarter. Woohoo!
The most common question was, what if you have no change on you? Well, for now, the store says they will provide people with quarters if they need it.
Well, this just in, Kohl's says it plans to open up Amazon shops inside 10 of its stores. The move would allow shoppers to buy Amazon products such as Echoes and Fire tablets within the department store. Customers will also be able to ask an Amazon employee to come to their home to install devices. This move makes Kohl's the latest department store to deal with the e-commerce giant.
All right, Dana, new this morning, Nevada has one of the lowest obesity rates in the country.
Yeah, some good news, right? This is according to a new report out from the Trust for America's Health. Now, our state ranked number 43 on the list for the year 2016. So that's an overall improvement from the year before when we were ranked 36. Well, the report measured everything from education and diet to outdoor activities. Well, West Virginia ranked the worst with nearly 40% of adults being obese, and Colorado, turns out, is the healthiest state. Only about 20% of adults there are obese.
Yeah, one of those few lists you don't want to be number one on.
True.
All of our buffets are not catching up to us. Well, we'd all love to look younger, but imagine a drug that could actually keep you healthier as you get older.
Yeah, it turns out maybe getting closer to reality. We'll see here. Now, the possible medical breakthrough is a new class of drugs called synthetic. Here's how they work. We build up some cells as we get older here. Now, those are damaged cells that resist dying off but then stay in our bodies. Well, researchers say that the new drugs can actually kill those cells without hurting your normal healthy ones. Now, those damaged cells play a role in everything from diabetes to cancer to heart disease. So researchers say this new type of drug could be used to treat those diseases.
Very cool. The drug's been tested on mice, and so far it's working. But this week, researchers say it's time to start trials with people now, too. Now, we don't know how soon that could happen, but as soon as it does, researchers say they expect companies to start lining up to make the new drugs, and we'll keep you posted on it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sounds promising. All right, time now is 6:21. People of Houston right now, they are picking up the pieces after Hurricane Harvey.
But this morning, there's a new mystery about a woman who went missing before the storm hit. You'll hear the last thing she said.
Now on Good Morning Las Vegas.
It is 6:24. Good morning, Las Vegas. NHP reporting a new crash on the 15. If you're heading northbound on the 15 near Cheyenne, you may run into this crash. Here's a live look out at the area. Traffic doesn't seem to be flowing well. Doesn't mean the crash is not out there. We do have Live Drive heading out there right now, so we're working to get you some more details. But in the meantime, if you are taking the 15 through the resort corridor, your drive times are looking good. 9 minutes heading south, 7 minutes heading north.
Amid the cleanup in Houston after Harvey, police are searching for a woman who went missing a day before the storm hit.
And ABC's Diane Macedo has details in today's GMA First Look.
In this morning's GMA First Look, the desperate search for a Houston real estate agent and mother of two who disappeared just hours before Hurricane Harvey hit. The night before she was last seen, Crystal McDowell posted on Facebook, "Stay safe out there." According to her boyfriend, Paul Hargraves, this home security video shows her the next morning leaving the house and getting into her car to pick up her kids from her ex-husband, who lives just about 20 minutes away. 3 days later, the 38-year-old's black Mercedes was found about 13 miles from Hargraves' home in this flooded Motel 6 parking lot.
Her family wants her back, her children. She's got a 5-year-old and an 8-year-old, and they need her.
And we'll have the latest on this developing story coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Diane Macedo, ABC News, New York.
Well, we're following a lot of breaking news this morning. Some brand new images of Hurricane Irma making landfall and people describing the chaos. Plus, a scare at McCarran overnight. Parker.
Dana, a plane's engine caught fire mid-flight. We have the radio communications that were going off when it happened.
And the detective caught on this video arresting a nurse is now off the job.
He's still a cop, though. We'll explain. Marissa?
And a woman finds what appears to be a burial flag inside this park. I'll tell you the one thing on that flag that could help her reunite it with the family.
Now on Good Morning Las Vegas.
Right now at 6:30, dramatic new images just coming into our newsroom of the destruction Hurricane Irma left behind overnight.
And this video of a controversial arrest certainly was seen everywhere. Well, this morning the officer is out of a job, but he is still with the police department. We'll explain.
But first, breaking overnight, passengers are describing what happened moments after a Delta plane's engine caught fire. Live picture of McCarran right now, and Parker Collins is right outside the airport with the latest. You've been talking to passengers.
That's right, Dana. Passengers were telling me a few of them slept at the airport gate. This is what it looks like right now. But I want to get right to the path this flight took. You can see that it turned around over the mountains. It barely made it out of the Las Vegas Valley. In total, it was really only in the air for, I'd say, less than half an hour before one of those engines caught fire. Put up a lot of smoke. People who were on that plane told me It was pretty terrifying, but they say the crew seemed to remain pretty calm. We haven't heard of any injuries in this case, and when our camera got here on the ground, we found this plane. It was over on the runway trying to taxi over to a gate, and following it was a fire truck. They were making sure is everything okay. You can see those flashing lights and everything. But again, I haven't heard of any injuries in this case, and a lot of these people, they were headed to New York and are planning to leave this morning. Reporting live, Parker Collins, 13 Action News.
Thank you, Parker, for that update. Well, we are getting in some new dramatic images from the Caribbean as Hurricane Irma made landfall overnight. You can see, gosh, the wind just whipping around in that area. We were hearing that it hit St. Martin. We were looking at some of that video earlier and that the power is out there. People are struggling. You can see the powerful winds here, the heavy rain. Also, for the first time, we're actually hearing from 2 American bloggers who are stuck on the island.